Hey y'all, it's Shaleen and Lee here to give you a little educational bit about doTERRA essential oils. Today we're going to talk about an oil that a lot of people are familiar with. It's called tea tree oil. Now you're going to notice this, if you can see it, it doesn't say tea tree, it says Melaleuca because it's one of my older bottles.
But tea tree in parentheses.
It does. It says tea tree in parentheses, and Melaleuca is the plant that the tea tree oil is distilled from. It's steam distilled from the leaves, and doTERRA sources theirs in Australia. And its main constituent is terpenine 4-OL, which is an anti-inflammatory and an antioxidant. Pretty amazing. I'm not going to talk any more chemistry though. It again is one of the oils that you can use in all three ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. We don't use it a lot aromatically. Do you use it a lot aromatically?
I do not. It has a little bit more stringent smell.
So it does.
It's not a pleasant smell to me, but boy, do I use this one topically.
Yes, topically. It's an antiseptic, an antibacterial, an antifungal, an antiparasitic, an antiviral, an analgesic. And for those of you who don't know, analgesic just means it helps relieve pain. And a decongestant. So, you know, it can be, if you use it aromatically, it can help with that. Topically, you can apply it to affected areas of wounds, cuts, and if you're having any associated pain with those, you can take it in a capsule. You can apply it to your abdomen for bacteria, viruses, diarrhea, food poisoning, even ulcers. Apply it on canker or cold sores or warts or around it. It can even treat or prevent those, which is really interesting to me because, you know, I've had a time when, I feel a cold sore coming on. You can usually tell that you're going to get a cold sore. So if you start before it appears to use the tea tree oil around that area, and you might want to dilute it. It's pretty strong, so you might want to put it in a little roller bottle, and you can get it in a touch from doTERRA, which means it's already got the fractionated coconut oil in it, and it's in a roller bottle, and you can just roll it around that area, and it will help to fight off. That's a virus. Cold sores come from a virus. So it helps just to ward that stuff off a little bit. You can use it diluted for athlete's foot. You can add it to shampoo for dandruff, lice. You can even use it, put it in bath water if your child happens to have scabies. It's a good way to help fight that. If you have an earache or your child has an earache, one of the first things I ever learned about essential oils was to take a cotton ball, put a drop of Melaleuca on that, or tea tree oil on that cotton ball, and put it in your child's ear. You avoided a trip to the doctor, most cases, I'm not going to say always. And of course, the FDA hasn't approved any of this, approved this to say, so that we can say that it actually heals or prevents anything. So please don't take us wrong with that, but it does bring relief from an earache. And a lot of times it'll make it go away, so you don't have to take that child to the doctor or get.
Almost every time.
Yes, almost every time. Or get
9 out of 10
medicine for them.
Yep.
You can also, I like when I get an earache, just to put it behind my ear. I will just take that touch ball and roll it on behind my ear, and that seems to really relieve it. You can apply it under your nose or along your spine for shock. So if you have somebody who's been in an accident or something, you happen to stop to help them, and you see that they're cold, they seem to be experiencing symptoms of shock, you can let them maybe just smell it even, I think helps. You can use it for acne, pink eye, staph infection, and boils, same thing. Now with pink eye, you want it around your eye. You never want to put oils in your eyes or up your nose or inside your ear. So just be aware of that. If you have bronchitis or a cold or the flu, diffuse it and rub it on your throat and your chest. You can apply it to the bottoms of your feet always. We've said this before. the bottoms of your feet are a great place to apply any oil because it will get right into your system. That's a good way to treat hives and rashes, itchy eyes, shingles, and measles. Put it on the bottoms of the feet. And if you happen to have cavities or gum disease or your gums are bleeding, you can apply it to your gums or directly to that. If you know where the cavity is, apply it right where that cavity is, and it will help fight that off.
So there was one time when I had a yeast infection, and I'm big busted, but I had a yeast infection in the folds of the skin, and I was on vacation, and I pulled out the Melaleuca and put just a little bit on. It was too strong. And so when we suggest using it in tender places, I would suggest definitely diluting it. I ended up pulling out my Correct-X, which is a doTERRA and antibiotic cream kind of thing. Oh, look at you having it handy. So it has Melaleuca in it, and I ended up putting that on. Took care of it like that.
It takes care of it. Yeah. My dog, my sweet little Bella, has had, I think it's a fungal infection in her ear, just in the folds, not down inside of it, but just underneath. And that's what I've been using as Correct-X, and it's clearing it right up. So we'll do another class on Correct-X. I think that's an excellent idea. I have known friends who have had yeast infections in their genitalia, and they put diluted Melaleuca. They put like fractionated coconut oil and then a drop of Melaleuca on a tampon and insert the tampon, and that helps to clear that up in those areas. So that's pretty personal, but it's great for fighting those kind of infections, whether it's athlete's foot or candida. It's really, really good at getting rid of those. You can always take it in a capsule too. So if you have some empty gel caps or veggie caps, put a drop or two in that capsule, and again, maybe add some fractionated coconut oil to that, and you can take that for any kind of problem that you may be having that tea tree oil would work on, whether topically or aromatically. It's going to work on it from the inside out. So emotionally, it gives us energetic boundaries, which means that we are protecting ourselves. Gives us healthy and respectful connections and helps us feel empowered, resilient, and safe. So I know people that use it around their navel, and they call that shielding because they're very empathetic, and they will feel the pains and the sorrows that other people are having. So they use that.
It helps them not take it on.
Right. Doesn't take all of that, helps them to not take all of that on. So it's a great, all of these oils are great emotionally for us too. I found an interesting fact that in Australia, the Aborigines have used tea tree for centuries to fight colds and other illnesses.
Oh, there you go.
They just take the leaves and crush them between their hands, and they might boil them up and make a tea, but that's how they have used them. And we have the benefit of having them in the most pure form we could get that tea tree, and then that's in this essential oil.
Thank you.
So
Lee. We are definitely passionate about this. In case you haven't been able to tell, Lee and I are passionate about helping people realize this is not just a product that we're excited about. This is an amazing, pure, tested liquid in many different forms that is going to help you in your life. And yes, we sell oils, but we love to educate, and we love to help, and we love to encourage people to maybe try Melaleuca, try tea tree oil instead of trying something else, and see if it works for you. So thanks.
And we'd be happy to help you get a hold of it, even a sample if you just want to try a little bit.
You bet. So comment below, contact one of us. Would love to hear from you. Thanks for listening today.
Bye.